How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, y'all know that I am dedicated to many things that I inform the royal family. And one of the many things that I am dedicated to informing the royal family about is when Mercury is in retrograde. And so I did a hangout on my backup channel, I think last week or so, but I want to put more of a bigger spotlight on retrograde. So first and foremost, let's go over here. Now, according to what I like to call the devil's calendar, because this calendar is not true and correct. I've always known it. And I asked Lisa Cabrera, and the actual true calendar is the Hebrew calendar. And she said it's actually etched in stone in heaven. And so I will not attempt to try to look for something that sensitive to the royal family. So I'm going to leave that where that is. But this is the calendar we're going to work off of. It's somewhat accurate. And so what I want to point out to the royal family is that retrograde goes through a phasing. So right now, it is the 16th of March, and we're still in what they call shadow. Well, on this calendar, on this website, they call it pre-retrograde. This is where everything is being staged. All right. Now, from the 22nd to the 15th, the 22nd of March to the 15th of April, we're in the heart of retrograde. That's when everything is popping off. And based on my research, retrograde is going to be in the house of Aries, which is fiery in nature. All right. Then from May 1st to, April 16th to May 3rd is post. That's when everything is sloughing off slowly. And a lot of people get afraid or highly concerned around retrograde. Well, there's a couple of things I want to point out to the royal family. So right here you see that we basically got 7 days before it really hit. But since we have already established that the calendar is not true and correct, I can already feel the stages of retrograde, and there have been a number of things going on around the world. We just heard about the bridge collapsing in Florida, if I'm correct, and I'm not surprised about Florida. I don't know what, I think, I'm gonna tell you this, my royal family, because of the many horrible things that happened to us down in Florida, our Father, it seems, has really put a deep spotlight on Florida, and there's always a deep deal of drama. And we know about Rosewood, how they burnt down one of the many black towns that they had throughout the United States. And that's where Trayvon Martin got killed. That's where they just had the last shooting. And there's a lot of activity down there. Now, one thing that I want y'all to know, my royal family, when we are in retrograde, these are the things that we should expect to happen. Travel delays, cell phone troubles, car repairs, markets down, contract issues. Don't sign no paperwork I can't convey to you. Miscommunication and computer crashes. Well, I'm going to add it a much deeper, my royal family. What I'm going to point out is the accidents that are going to happen throughout the world. I'm going to try to report as many as possible. And these things will come out of nowhere. Now, the last actual, no, not the last, but let me see, prior to the last retrograde, and y'all can go look this up, they had the Charlottesville incident, and it was where it was tapering off. And during that time, that's when all those hurricanes and everything were real intense. And we are back in hurricane season 2 as well. So expect a lot of accidents. Now, the last retrograde up here in the Bay Area, there was a horrible truck accident that literally split a truck in half at the toll plaza. So I'm going to really show y'all how retrograde affects the universe and that we are not in control of anything. Our Father is in control of everything with his divine hand. So then also, I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to also, my royal family, point out the electrical accidents that we are going to see throughout the world. Now, one of those retrogrades, the airport, if I'm correct, shut down in Miami. They had an electrical fire. And then I also think, and I could be wrong on this one, back in Seattle, Washington, they had a major train accident. And I'm going to really, really, really get intense with the royal family. Now, they just had a helicopter accident too as well. So I'm going to show accidents on all natures where people are going to be like dumbfounded. What happened? What happened? And this is something that I would ask the royal family to do. When you're out in your travels, don't say anything, but notice that computers won't be working right. Say you go to the bank or you go to the grocery store, because they don't even know how to count the damn money no more. They let the cash register count it damn near for them. How that won't be working right, how you hear people bitching and fussing about their computers. You're going to be hearing a lot of complaints, and they're legit. Now, when I started introducing this to the royal family, people got afraid. And then I said, wait a minute, you've been surviving retrograde all this time if you never knew nothing about it. And people were like, yeah. So there's no need to fear. You can use retrograde in many ways. One of the things that they tell you not to do in retrograde is start anything new. It's better to do redos, reschedule, reassess, re-edit, repair, renegotiate, revise, reconsider, recommunicate, rethink, revisit, reappear, reconnect, reflect, redo, retrace. This is for us to slow down, and we should be doing this anyway, and go back and redo everything. They said this is a beautiful time to catch up with family members, dear friends of yours. This is a perfect time to do your what we call spring cleaning, and also go over old paperwork. You may find something in there that you may need. And also it's a perfect time for someone to owe you money or anything like that, and tax time is around here too. Go jam up the person. They've been owing you for a minute and been ducking and dodging you. It really works. So this is a perfect time for redos, my royal family. Now, give yourself extra time to travel. Say, for instance, you leave out of the house for a certain time to go to work. Say you leave out of the house at 7 o'clock. Leave at 6:30. You're going to see many accidents, many slowdowns. Just give yourself that extra cushion and time so you don't be rushing. Please, I cannot convey to the royal family, don't rush. Expect delays, 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 delays. Expect it, my royal family. I can't convey to you. And also, when you're on a hangout, like when I was talking about this a while back, I think when I did that hangout about Mercury and retrograde, my computer shut down 3 times. Ain't nothing wrong with my computer, it's brand new. But that's what happens. And then it was a while back. Last year, I was talking about Mercury and retrograde. My computer shut down 3 or 4 times then. And it is real. It is really, really real. And the only thing that's going on, my royal family, is it's the forces in the universe and how the planets are lined up and how they are slowing down. That's all it is. And it's that magnetic pull that will force electrical things to be affected. And remember when I did the video about my last video that I did about the Black Panther, and I made that statement that there is nothing new under the sun. And what I was explaining was electricity ain't new. Electricity always been here. Man think they discovered it. God allowed us to discover it. But you know, when you really want to tell it, these white folks want to be the one that have ownership to that as well. So just thought I would throw that out. So there's no need to panic, but I'm just, like I said, I'm going to really show y'all. And the thing that I laugh at is how people have literally laughed at me and made a mockery of me when oh, here she come with that retrograde stuff. Oh, it's real. It's real. And I don't speak of it in a fearful term. I can feel it in the universe, and sometimes it's just like it's something you can't get out of. And people that are highly sensitive, people that are empathic, and there's many people in the royal family who are empaths, we will feel the effects of it. And when you feel it, I'm talking to the people that know that they are empaths, go chill. Go find you something goofy to watch on TV. Don't get too intense about subjects, because you will react to it in a fiery nature. Like I got heated about this thing with Jazzy Rowe, and I tried my best to stay in control of my emotions to the best of my ability, but heat was coming up off of me as I was speaking, because it affected me how she was being subjugated by our own. So you see right here it says, no worries. Retrograde simply means take time to review, reconsider, rethink, return for more info. That's it, my royal family. So I want to be that word of caution. And it's like you're going about your day in your car and you got to make different runs. When you park your car, it don't hurt to give yourself at least 1 minute to look around your surroundings. Don't just jump out the car. Make sure you got your keys. Make sure that you got everything. I don't even care if you're late, because you're already late. Just slow down. Look before you get out the car. I do that anyway. Slowing down, because I'm one of these type of people. I have a photographic memory. I can remember, I remember the day I was born, and I've told y'all that before. And I have great long-term memory and terrible short-term memory. So I can put my glasses somewhere, don't remember it. That, you know, that type of stuff. So I wanted to put that out there. So we are getting ready to deal with some really deep stuff in the universe. Even the last, oh yeah, I want to also point out the last retrograde that we had, Omarosa got fired up out of the White House. And what's this, Rex? I can't remember, what's that dude's last name? I forget his last name. Another one just got fired the other day. Rex somebody. Y'all will tell me. Somebody will tell me. So I'm hoping that this will help the royal family have a better understanding about retrograde, and that there is no need to need to fear it or anything. And see, here it is right here, where the 2-week shadow period that follows a retrograde, when the stars still mess with your life. So you'll know what it's about. You'll know what it's about. You'll know that what's going on. You'll say, okay, retrograde. How does Mercury, they should say Mercury in retrograde, impact businesses? And I'm telling you, this is where you don't sign anything, make big purchases. I cannot convey this. One day when I have another hangout, and if my oldest son comes through, he will tell you how Mercury in retrograde really affected him. And he was like, Mom, I always believe it, but to actually experience it. And there's many of us that experience that are not even aware of it. They're not aware of it at all. So as I close out, my royal family, today is the 16th. And I'm going, and all through, like I said, I'm going to be that constant reminder by checking social media throughout the world, the mishaps and the accidents, like I said, and that'll I'll keep reminding the royal family, because I don't want y'all to lose sight. Now, as I close out, some of the suggestions I want to give the royal family, which I have to do myself. Clean your computer up, check your files so you don't lose stuff. And I have a service that I pay into every month through Hewlett Packard that will clean up your computers or any bugs or anything. And it's a great service, and it really helped me immensely when I had got hacked too, because they was able to pinpoint that I was hacked. Now, they only go so far. I had to go through the digital forensic company, and this is the time to get those bugs cleaned up so that computer can run smoothly. So with the friends and family service, I think it covers up to 6 devices in the household. I even do the cell phones too. So that's what I'm going to do on my PC and my laptop. So I hope, my royal family, that this will be helpful so people don't have to be fearful and everything. So, the best attitude to take for it is look forward to it. And my king, 99, me and him, we have, and I know just about every YouTuber who blogs out here have that 1 or 2 or even a handful of YouTubers that you really connect with on a spiritual level. And me and the brother 99, me and him have that thing, that spiritual thing between us. And me and him was chuckling at the last retrograde because it was working out pretty good for the royal family, all the stuff that was popping off. Now this time I'm going to put more of a spotlight on it, and it's not going to also be just accidents. It's going to be things that happen in government too as well. Share your stories, my royal family. And one thing that I have found out about retrograde is when you are mindful and you keep that on your frontal lobe, oh, this is retrograde, our Father will immensely bless you in it. He truly will, because you are submitting to his will, because he's using his divine hand in all of this. So he's saying, okay, you're respecting the universe. You're taking heed to the forces in the universe and the dynamics that are going on. Now, there was a time before our ancestors became disobedient. They respected the universe. They respected the messages that our Father gave us. And then, the nature of man, as blessed as we were at that time, we became stiff-necked and conducted ourselves or disrespecting your parents. That's basically what happened to us, my royal family, where we disrespected our Father and we have been punished. And the beautiful thing about it, my royal family, is we were selected to be the ones to see the first phase of Babylon falling. So this is a beautiful time, my royal family, to respect the universe, submit to retrograde. Don't fight against the forces. You cannot fight against the forces of our Father. And I'm telling you something that I know. Now, I had mentioned to the royal family, so I want to clear up the confusion where I said it was my birthday. What I meant by that, I have a second birthday. So on March 17th is, it's been 2 years, the day that I had my spiritual experience, the day that our Father literally picked me up and held me in his arms. And it is the most incredible force I have ever felt in my life. And I would not fight it. I would not fight it. I submitted to it fully, and it was a grueling process, but he carried me through. He carried me through. And that's something that we all need to do. Submit to his will and do your own thinking as always and follow our Father. We can't fight against this at all. See, the enemy think that they can go out of space to some extent and undo all of that. It's just a matter of time before the wrath really come. But our Father is slow and methodical about how he's going to render his divine hand. So anyway, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.